Imagine if the first alcohol humans ever tasted was discovered completely by accident. Today, alcohol is something completely normal. Beer, wine, and whiskey are found all around the world. But thousands of years ago, humans didn't even know what alcohol was. So how did humans discover it in the first place? The story may have started completely by accident. Thousands of years ago, Homo sapiens lived in nature, collecting fruits, honey, and other foods. Sometimes, these fruits were left outside for several days. Then something strange happened. Naturally occurring microorganisms called yeast began breaking down the sugars inside the fruit. This process is called fermentation. The taste of the fruit changed. Sometimes it became slightly sour, sometimes it became fizzy, and alcohol began to form inside it. If an early human tasted this strange liquid, they had no idea what fermentation was, but they probably noticed one thing. After drinking it, their body felt different. Eventually, humans learned how to control this natural process. By around 7000 BCE, there is evidence from Jiahu in ancient China of an intentionally produced fermented drink. It appears to have been made using ingredients such as rice, honey, and fruit. It wasn't beer or wine like we know them today, but it contained alcohol. Later, people in different parts of the ancient world began producing their own alcoholic drinks. In the Caucasus region, people made wine from grapes. In Mesopotamia, beer became an important drink. And in ancient Egypt, beer and wine were produced on a much larger scale. But here's one of the most fascinating parts. Alcohol may actually be older than agriculture. Even before humans settled into farming communities, they may have already experienced naturally fermented fruits and foods. But when agriculture began, this process became much more advanced. Humans started growing grains. They cultivated grapes. They collected large quantities of fruit. And gradually, they discovered that combining grains or fruit with water and allowing time for fermentation could produce an alcoholic drink. But ancient alcohol was very different from modern whiskey or vodka. Those stronger drinks required another technological breakthrough: distillation. Distillation developed much later, so alcohol wasn't really something invented by one person on one particular day. It was the story of humans discovering a natural process by accident and eventually learning how to control it. From a forgotten piece of fruit to the beer and wine of the ancient world, alcohol has traveled alongside human civilization for thousands of years. But perhaps the most fascinating part of the story is this. Humans didn't understand chemistry. They didn't understand microbiology. They didn't even know why fermentation happened. But they learned how to make it work. Long before humans understood the science, they had already discovered how to make alcohol.